Good day, everybody. Back at it again today. Gonna start reassembling the timing. I'm just taking my time during this series, documenting as much as I can, because that's really what a person wants to see. Because when someone's looking to do research, a lot of people don't show all the steps. So a lot of people can view a lot of different videos and then kind of get an assumption. I'm doing like very detailed as much as I can, everything that you need to see. So what I'm gonna do, I've already had this out, so what I'm gonna show you is, it came out, but you would hit left, right, and then it'll come out. Pay attention, these oil holes right here should go in the same way. That way it can retain as much fluid, because if you had it down, all the oil is gonna drain out. The kit came with a new one, so we're going to install it. Because the old one's worn, and if you put this on, it may work for a while, but then you may have issues. Issues being that the tolerances are too great, and you're going to wear it out a lot faster, and you're going to be tearing it down again, bringing much sadness. So what I'm going to do now is I've already got my timing marks marked. And then your timing mark for the chain is very important, because this is going to be a new in position. But I'm not going to put that in dry. I'm going to use some of this assembly grease. You could use motor oil too, but I'm just going to use this assembly grease. So you really are kind of guessing where it's going to end up. We're going to see if this is going to line up. First try. I think I might try this a different way. I might just take that out. There. Oh shit, I fell off. I'm just gonna run this in with my finger. So you can see right there, I'm at the 12 o'clock position, which is good. Also, I want to point that from down below, that colored chain on the back side will be at your 6 o'clock position set up. Now I'm going to put the cam phasers back in, since we went through all those bolts, Loctited them in, so we shouldn't have an issue there, and then torque them down to 110. So I purchased this kit years ago, but the only tools I'm going to need are those ones right there. The cam phasers have an index, that pin, so you really can't mess them up, because they won't fit on any other way. So I'm just going to hand tighten that, is what I'm going to do. And then I need to align it and then put the other block in. So I'm going to need to line that up. So 110 foot-pounds. 110 foot-pounds. And do the same to this side. Make sure the dots are aligned. That is the telltale sign. I'm just going to hand tighten that in place. Now, I'll get this side torqued up. 110 foot-pounds. Torqued. Now I'm ready to start putting the first timing chain in. You can see these dark marks. Those are for the VCT, and that'll go on the idler. The hard part is getting this in. This is why some people put the guide in and the cam phaser on afterwards. Kind of pick your poison, because this has to get behind the cam phaser wheels. You kind of have to come in an angle. So we're going to see how difficult it's going to be. So I'm going to line up my marks. And then I'm just going to hang this off to the side, because I am going to see how difficult it's going to be. Try to fish this guide in. Just trying to get myself into a different position here, that I can get that thing in. Yeah, this isn't going to work out, so I think I'm just going to pull the cam phaser off and do it that way. That way, it's probably the easiest. So I'm going to try this again. I am going to put that in place. Make sure my timing mark is right. Okay, I'm going to try this again. See if we can make sense out of this or not. I need to try to roll this thing a little closer there. As such, get those holes to line up. I'll torque those down to the proper specs afterwards. So now I'm going to install the lower tensioner for the cranked idler, because we won't be able to access it if we put the other timing on. And this goes on the driver's side. There's a notch right there. That's going to go into the hole in the block. Oh, I got my tensioner. I'm going to put that in. let's go ahead. There, got the snap in. And put my screw in there. I'm going to torque these up right afterwards, but I just have the gun set at the lowest setting. Okay. I just verified all timing marks, and 100 times easier to have the exhaust phaser off to try to assemble this. I don't think you could screw it up with the timing. There's not enough play in the chain to be out of link unless something's totally out. But double check. 12 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pins between line to line. I'll put the block in there for when I torque that up afterwards. I have the tensioner to put in. And then I got to remove the exhaust one off that one and start over. Okay. Let's see how hard this lower tensioner is going to be to get in place. I just want to get that screw started. I can't seem to find that bottom bolt. So I actually just kind of put that lower one in first because that wiring harness kind of gets in the way. So carefully, we're gonna get that in there. Perfect. Right now, just gonna torque these down 106 inch-pounds. One more. Those are torqued. So I removed the cam phaser. Make it easier to go on, so I'm going to install the guides first and then put the chain on. Throw that on. Oops. Must be. How the hell is this thing supposed to go? Upside down? Yeah. I had this one upside down. That's my bad. Oh, I see one problem already. I do. I gotta take that guide off because that middle bolt is just machined. Just a fucking see hair off. Fuck me. Nothing really surprises me anymore. Everything today is just manufactured shit is what it is. The fact that I have to file out this hole just to make things fit is complete and utter bullshit. Yeah, I don't want to do that one up quite yet, because if I do, I'm not going to be able to get this chain on. That's going to be the biggest thing. I gotta check, make sure that timing mark's gonna be in the right spot. I marked the timing with a paint pen, and I can see it's gonna be right. Finally got it in. Spent so much time gently filing that hole so I get that bolt to fit. Now comes the fun part. Getting this cam phaser back on. I need to, where's my wrench? Okay, I need to, there we go. I need to finesse it on. He's a little tight, so I'm just putting pressure on the wrench. So hold on. There. Got that wrench in there. Fucking stool sliding out. Maybe I'll try to do this top one first. I might have to wiggle that camshaft, try to get this last bolt in, because it seems like it's okay. Hold up. I am just spinning these in by hand to make sure they're gonna go in without stripping, and I think we're good. But I did need to have to put some tension on the camshaft there just to get a little bit of extra play in that chain so I could get that to tighten up. There. that is tight. Now I'm going to go back, tighten all the T30s to 106 inch-pounds. I already did a few, but I'm just going to go over everything just to double check. Tensioner. Three on here. And then I do believe there's only two on this one. One there, because one's on a pivot. Double check this one. There. And I know I did those ones down there, but I can add the one for sure. I can't get the other one, but I know I torqued it. Everything's set and timed, locked in place. This one gets tightened down to 18 foot-pounds. There we go, 18 foot-pounds. So now I got the oil gear here, and you know it's D-shaped, little flat indent that's going to match on your oil pump. So it's not timed, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do that from the top, but it might be easier from the bottom. Turn the oil pump. There we go. Turn the oil pump to match my fingers. Oh, I can go down below. Torque this bolt to the same 18 foot-pounds. It's torqued. Now I got to torque my phasers, and then I can pull all the pins, take all the tooling out. Timing will be done. All right. 110 foot-pounds. That one's torqued. I'm gonna need the stool for this one. Torqued 110. Pull my camshaft tools out now. Do you need them? No. Do they come in handy? Yes. Get that out of there. So this is the last piece to go on. This is a real treat. My sausage fingers are gonna get in the way here. Oh shit. Did I break it? No, I didn't. I did not. Actually, it's easier to put on than I thought. Perfect. There we are. Everything is torqued down. I can go ahead, pull all the grenade pins now. And then this one here. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I went with the milling timing kit because I've always had good luck with them. Fortunately, I wasn't very impressed that I had to modify one bolt hole. Makes me question the whole kit now. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just glad this is all done. That's how your timing should look. Not like how it looked before. Come down here. You can see all the room on the tabs, and the other one it extended past that. Snap those tabs off. You can even see on the tensioner right there. Not much play. That one's in there. Yeah, that old timing set that was in here was clapped out. That's for sure. Glad this part's done. There we have it. The timing is completed. It's a big job, so take your time. Double check, triple check everything, because you don't want to get back in here again. I'm not gonna lie, first time doing this job, it's a pretty big job. There's lots of things you gotta consider. You don't want to screw it up. You don't want to go back in there and do it again. That's why I say take your time, double check, triple check, make sure everything's right, and now we can move on to the next step, getting this all back together shortly. Alright, it's motherfucking beer time with the little green hammer. Session Ale by Boiling Ore. Alright, cheers everybody. Shut her down. Timing chains are back in. Looks pretty good. A lot of work to do yet. Oil pan's got to go back on. The valve covers are going to be a struggle. So I'm going to do the oil cooler. I might as well replace all the little rad hoses coming from the heater core and the oil cooler. Well, I got everything apart, spark plugs. Still going to be a little bit yet. But I'm pretty confident at this point that everything's looking good. So I'm going to shut it down and I'm going to talk to you guys later. I really appreciate you guys for watching. In case if you're ever wondering what's involved, if you ever want to tackle this job.